Welcome to the Core Gundam Universal Feature video. In this video, I'm going to be displaying the universal features across all Core Gundams. So first of all, I'm going to be talking about the armaments. In all the Core Gundams, you do get the Core Spray Gun, the Core Beam Sabers, and the Core Shield, with the adapter to store it on the backpack. For the combined forms, you do also get two large beams, but depending on which model you get, the color will be different. Next up is the articulation. First of all, you do have a double ball jointed head, so chickens and regular rotation can be achieved. The arms are on swing up polycaps, which can be utilized way better in the core form if you extend the shoulders. The shoulders can also rotate, and then the arms can go out. They can rotate above the elbow, bend at the elbow on a double joint, and ball jointed wrists. The stomach has no articulation as it is pegged with two pegs right into the waist, but the waist does have a ball joint. But crunching is not possible, while basic rotation is definitely possible. The front skirts are on ball joints that are optionally separated, but the Core Gundam does not have any side skirting armor nor back skirting armor. The legs themselves do not have any unique mechanics, so all they can do is go forwards, go backwards, and go outwards. Not outwards all the way because the thigh armor cuffs it in. The rotation at the thigh. A single joint at the knee. But if you do cheat and count the bottom joint over here, the Core Gundam can technically bend 180. The feet, they are on the swivel joint and they're on the ball joint connected to the back. And the beam saber holsters, they can move up and down. As for combining the armors with the Core Gundams, they are mostly universal. It's dependent on which backpack you choose to combine with your Core Gundam. However, most of it is the same. After removing all the armor pieces, you can begin the combination. Let's start with the legs first. So for the legs, you rotate the feet back to reveal rectangular holes. Then you plug the rectangular holes into rectangular pegs inside of the armor. And then you flip up the feet. Same goes for the other one. Next up, we move on to the waist. So for the waist, you plug the front skirt pieces in. But be mindful that if you do perform this combination multiple times, the front skirts will start to come loose. And then towards the back skirt just plugs onto that gigantic rectangular hole, like so. Moving up to the chest, you extend the shoulders and then bring in these chest pieces. Just wiggle them into their slots and collapse them. And then bring in the top pieces, which has the rectangular peg over here, which goes into the gap provided by the shoulder extension. That basically locks the shoulders in so they will not retract. Next up is the arms and shoulders. So for the shoulders, you basically slot in the piece of armor into the shoulders. And then for the arms, take off the wrists, plug on the arm extensions, plug on the wrists, and then finally plug on the hand covers. Same thing goes for the other side. And then finally the head, you basically plug the V-fin extension on. As for the backpack, it is dependent on which backpack you use for the Core Gundam. So for the Earth 3 and Merc 1, you do need to flip up the beam sabers. But for the V2, Mars 4, and Jupiter, you do not need to flip up the beam sabers. And then you just configure the backpack and plug it onto the back hole. As for the gun, right here, only the Earth 3, Jupiter, and V2 have the gun extension. So what you want to do for the Earth 3 and Jupiter is slide the gun extension on to the grooves of the Core Spray Gun. The V2's Big Beam Bazooka does have a stock, so you just plug that right onto the back of the Core Spray Gun. And now you have completed the Core Gundam combination steps. So for the articulation of the combined forms, they are all the same. So you do have a double ball jointed head, same as the Core Gundam. You do have the rotation, same as the Core Gundam. The arms, they are not hindered in any sense. Ball joints and wrists are not hindered in any sense. The waist remains the same. The skirting armor remains the same. The outwards movement of the legs do have some hindrances as they have been hindered by the armor. Nothing hindered at the thighs. The double jointed knee can be fully utilized. The feet are basically the same with a swivel at the back and a ball joint at the front over here. And they can also flip back for the armor forms. So that rounds it up for the universal features of all the core Gundams. Thank you so much for watching.